Pick yourself up with Ride Rent a e-bike today and take advantage of the smartest and coolest way to get around. Rental starting for only $30 per hour and less than $100 EC per day. Zip through traffic, save money, and look awesome doing it. Check us out at the Esplanade Mall today. Visit us online at ridersebike.com or give us a call at 473-422-1011. Your wallet and the planet will thank you. Ride Rent a e-bike.
Today. Located inside Rider Excursion at the Esplanade Mall, we handle both small and large orders with speed and precision. For fast, quality t-shirt printing, call Instaprint at 473-422-1011. Get your perfect print today at Instaprint. Printing done in an instant.
Yeah. Yo. Welcome to Ridealong Live. We are still remote, guys. Yeah. We are still remote. We are still on the beautiful island of Grenada. And so much happening. In fact, guys, yours truly was supposed to be out of here by now. But, you know, sometimes something always happens that keeps me back here. You know, I had to. I had to take care of business. So I'm still here, but I'm not complaining though. It is a great evening. It is sunny and nice, cool breeze blowing. It's just clean air right here in Grenada. Nice, beautiful, sweet. But we still have some issues, guys. We still have a bit of an issue. For the past couple of days, we have been noticing that Facebook is no longer recommending and pushing on the program as it's supposed to, as it normally do, right? So that has been an issue for us at least a week and a half, right? So we have to kind of do the heavy lifting. We have to do the heavy work. A lot of people did not get notification, but you know, sometimes how that go, Facebook figure out the thing after a period of time and then they fix the situation. But for now, it's not quite happening. So what I want everybody to do right now is @followers. Because today we have Attorney DNA Winter Pfunde, who is an exceptional immigration attorney. And there are some things, very, very, very important and topical issues that need to be discussed right now. Now, you may have family members who live in the United States or who live, well, or want to get to the United States and they want to be able to travel, work, you know, live, right? And there are millions of our Caribbean people. I was one just a few years ago who did not have a green card and have to kind of exist under the radar. But today, guys, we are learning some new and updated information that would change the life of many, 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 many people. So this is what I want everybody to do, guys. It's what I want everybody to do. It's what I want everybody to do. @followers, first and foremost. @followers. So put an @ sign and put followers. That would tag all your friends, all your family, everybody within your circle, your Facebook circle, to check out this program because it is important information everyone must get. All right? And since Facebook is not going to do it for us, we got to do it for ourselves. Okay? Until next week when they figure out what they're doing and they fix the whatever recommendation that they're not giving us. So do it right now, guys. Do it right now. Thank you so much. Yes, Deanna Winter Pfunde @followers. Thank you so much. Kathleen, thank you so much. Susan Thomas, thank you so much. Share, guys. Important information that everyone must get. All right? All right, guys. So we're wasting no time. It's already started to get a little dark here in Grenada. So we are sticking out. We have a hard stop coming up at top of the hour. Let's welcome my sister to the platform. Deanna Winter Pfunde, how are you doing, my sister?
Hello. Am I up?
Yeah, I'm seeing you.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Good evening. I'm over here tagging everybody and putting @followers. Hope everybody's having a pleasant Wednesday evening. I'm coming to you from the beautiful island of Jamaica, and it's not dark yet. I still have some light outside behind me, so that's good. How you doing, Jay?
Yeah.
How you doing? How's everybody in Grenada?
Oh man, let me tell you, we're just working hard. We have some new projects that we're doing down here right now, and it kept me back a few days, but it was necessary
Right.
that I stayed the next couple days to get this work done. So everything is good. It's
Mm-hmm.
lovely. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. We always seem to find each other outside of the Caribbean, but never outside in the same Caribbean country together. That's a problem. We
Never,
need to fix that.
never, because we're both in the Caribbean, right?
Yeah.
But
We
not
both in the
together in the
Caribbean.
Caribbean.
We're not
We
together
got
in
to
the
fix that.
Caribbean.
We got to fix that.
We gotta fix that. We gotta fix that. All right, Deanna. So we got some great news. We're gonna go straight to it because again we have a dead stop at the top of the hour. I want to give people the
Hmm.
opportunity to get as much information as possible. Breaking news, Deanna Winter Funde. Breaking
Yes.
news. Ah,
Yes.
tell us
Yes.
about this breaking
So,
news.
so I don't want to seem political, but just when I thought President Biden, just when I thought he was asleep, the man wakes
Uh-huh.
up. Just when I
Uh-huh.
thought he was asleep, he wakes up. So the latest is President Biden announced on Tuesday an executive order. It's going to be the biggest thing since DACA. It's going to be
Uh-huh.
the biggest thing since DACA. President
Uh-huh.
Biden says, look, if you're in the United States and you're married to a US citizen and you've been living here for 10 years, it
Uh-huh.
doesn't matter how you came into the United States, Junior.
Uh-huh.
You can get your green card, you can get your work authorization, you can wait in the United States to get your green card. This is a big deal. This is a big, big, big deal.
So
So
so so say
President
it again.
Biden has woken up.
So you're saying that just repeat it again, Deanna Funde.
All
Repeat it
right.
one more time.
So let, let,
Get
let, let's
confused.
walk through. You and I, we've been on this program plenty times. And
Yes.
we've said, look, Junior, to get a green card in the United States, it's important that we talk about how you came into the United States. It's super
Right.
important because if you
Yes.
came across the border, for example, Jay, we don't know how you came in, then you can't really get a green card. You got to leave, you got to go home, you can't
Right.
get a work authorization, you can't get anything.
Right.
President Biden says we're going to change that. President Biden has woken up and he says we are going to change that. So for those people who entered, they came across the border, they use somebody else's documents, I don't know. The
Right.
entry doesn't matter. He is going to create a pathway to a green card inside of the United States. Inside of the United States. That is a huge deal. Huge deal.
Wow. Wow.
Huge
Now let's
deal.
talk
So
about who this will benefit immediately.
immediately we're looking at, according to the president, roughly 500,000 people are going to be eligible. And we say roughly, Jay, because if we think about US immigration, they never take proper numbers. Nobody knows how many people are living. They don't know how many people came across the border,
True.
right? So how are they going to tell us how many people are going to benefit? So
Right.
who are going to benefit, Jay? Say, for example, you're in the United States, you're a citizen. I
Right.
came across the border and we get married, and I'm just waiting because you know what? I don't want to leave. Because if I leave
Right.
to go home, I'm going to trigger a 10-year bar. I am going to
Right.
benefit. The immediate numbers they're saying is over 500,000 people are going to benefit from this proposed executive order.
Wow.
Maybe more.
I like how you
Maybe
I
more.
like how you maybe more. Maybe I like how you say propose. Now because it's an executive order, could it be objected in not parliament, in the Senate and in the House?
Yes, it can still but remember the president has that presidential power. So this is not a bill, this is not
Right.
law. This is not a law. This is an executive order. It's the stroke of a pen. He may get some pushback, but this is not like getting an immigration bill where we need what? The Senate, we need the House majority. In this case of an executive order, we don't need that much support.
I
because we
see.
have what we call the presidential power.
Right. Yes. Yes. Yes.
So this is a big deal, big deal, big deal, big deal.
So Pfunde, I'm ecstatic, right? I'm ecstatic to all of the people that would benefit from this, right?
Yes.
Why wasn't something like this done sooner? And is it? Do you think that it's been seen as a political something that's going to be dragged in just to say that it's going to happen and it never happened?
Yes.
Are we looking at one of those things?
I think it might be a little political ploy on the part of the president, but we have a
Right.
little saying in Jamaica, we'll take it how we get it.
Right.
Don't be picky, we're going to take it how we can get it. It might be the president saying, look, it's an election. Election is coming up. And so I think the president wants to say he's tough on immigration, and then he
Right.
wants to say, look, I came up with an immigration plan. So now
Right.
US citizens vote for me so your family members can benefit.
Right.
Vote for
Right.
me.
Okay. All right. So again, guys, this is breaking news, breaking
Breaking
development
news.
here on Ride Along. Now let's talk about the numbers. I saw we have numbers of 500,000. We have 500,000 people. How much of those numbers you think are Caribbean? How much of our people you think could really benefit from this?
I think it's going to be a large amount of maybe Mexicans at first.
Uh-huh.
I think at some point a good percentage will be Caribbean folks because a lot of Caribbean folks now are in the US. They probably came in on somebody else's passport. We don't
Right.
know how they came in, if they came in through USVI. We don't know how they came in, Jay. But I
Right.
think a good amount of Caribbean folks could benefit, will benefit,
Will benefit. Will
will,
benefit.
will, yes. A
Okay.
good amount will benefit.
When does this become effective? When could we start seeing benefits from this? Actual
So,
benefits?
so if we know anything about executive orders, the president can put a time on it. The president is saying by summer. So we're
Summer.
talking, that's what the president says. Like I said, the
Wow.
president has woken up. Somebody shook the president and woke him up and say, hey, what about immigrants? Do you remember the immigrants, the border crisis? He is
Right.
saying as early as summer of 2024, which I think it's going to be like this Herculean effort, right? I think it's going to be a big effort on his part, but he did say by summer. So we got to hold him to it. He said by summer. And like I said, I'm not being picky. I'm not being picky. I'm going to take it. I'm going to take what we can get, especially for individuals that are afraid to go home, Junior. The waiver, that waiver takes forever. Right? So for those individuals, you have people that are in the US for average 20 years, 23 years, 25 years. They're afraid to go home for whatever reason. They may not qualify for a hardship waiver. So there are
Right.
all these people that will be affected, that could
Nice.
benefit from this.
So the people that we know in our community that will be affected could be affected by this. What's the next step for them? What do they have to do like now?
Right now, here's the thing. One of the requirements is that you have to show that you have been inside of the United States for at least 10 years. So one of
Okay.
the requirements is that you must be married to a US citizen and that you must be inside of the United States for 10 years. If I were you and I were here undocumented, I would start collecting my documents and proof to show that I've been living in the US for 10 years, whether it's the taxes, whether it's, like driver's license for some of those states that have driver's license. I would want to start collecting those documents to prove that I would be here for that I've been here for 10 years.
Okay. Nice, nice.
Yes.
Diane Winterfunde, this is one of the best news that I've heard for our immigration family in a long time. Let's see. We got a call on the line. Let's see if the caller have a question on this matter. Caller, you live? Are you calling for the immigration attorney with your questions?
I'm alive. What is the question? I'm not live, George. Come on, man. I didn't know you was doing
Okay,
live.
all right, okay, I'll call you back. Okay, I'll call you back. He didn't call to go live. He didn't call to go
I
live.
love it. I love it. I love it. Good evening, TikTok. Jay, we have about 120 people over here on TikTok. Hey, guys, make sure
Yeah.
you're following the Ride Along show. We're on Junior George with Ride Along. That's who I am. I'm recording this evening. Go ahead, Jay.
Okay, yes, absolutely, guys. 718-701-5720, guys. Take advantage of this information that you're getting for free from Attorney Deanna Winter Pfunde. We are getting some great news. Now, no, by summertime, Deanna, are we looking to see a huge influx of filing and that's going to backlog the system again? Are we anticipating any problems?
So here's the thing, and I had this conversation with someone. They're like, "Oh, but what about those people that waited all this time? Is there going to be an influx?" I think there will be an influx, yes, Jay, but it's a good influx. It means your
Right.
neighbor that has been here for 10 years can get a work authorization. It means they can get a driver's license. It means they will be spared from deportation. So the people that are
Yeah.
worried about backlogs and influxes are those people that I'm gonna use the word selfish. For
Right,
me,
right.
I am happy for my community. That means that little girl's mother won't be deported,
True.
right?
True.
So outside of all of this, yes, you're gonna get work authorization. Yes, you're gonna get a lot of things, but it also puts a hold on deportation of these individuals. That means we're not separating families. Who wouldn't want to see that? So of course there's going to
Absolutely.
be an influx because people are going to take advantage because they're saying this is going to be one of the biggest things since DACA. So if anybody's been
Yes,
around
yes.
since DACA was announced, they're saying this is going to be as big as DACA, if not bigger than DACA, once this executive order goes through.
So one thing we also know about executive order is that if an incoming president comes in and then he,
That's why I don't like talking to you, Jay. I don't like having intelligent and smart people. They like to burst. People that are intelligent like to bust people bubbles. I don't want you busting my bubble.
no, but yeah. So let's talk about that. Let's talk
You're
about
messing with my vibe, Jay. No, man, you're messing with the vibe.
okay. All right.
I don't like intelligent people.
Big news, guys. Big
Thank
news. And
you.
this
Thank you,
is
sir.
huge news. And this was on the Deanna Winter press release as well. The President Biden takes executive action to protect undocumented spouse of American citizens. Is your opportunity, guys, to take advantage of this. Deanna, tell them again from this moment, everyone that's watching that falls into that category, what should they do now?
Right now, guys, you should be collecting your documents. The president is saying, look, if you have been living in the United States for at least 10 years, and remember, this is not final, do not give anybody your money.
Right.
Don't give, not even me. Do not give me your money. It's not time yet. Give me your money for something else, but not for this. Right now, under the president's proposed executive order, which should be final around summer, if you have been living in the United States for 10 years or more and you are married to a United States citizen, you have the possibility to adjust your status, meaning you're getting protection from deportation. You're getting a work authorization. Remember, before you weren't getting nothing because you have to be waiting to go home on a waiver. Now you can get
Yes.
work authorization, driver's license. You can support your family and you're protected from deportation. This is a big deal, Jay. Big deal. Big deal.
Yes, guys. And I want to reiterate because some scammers they're always out there looking for opportunities. People are always looking to see how they can scam the next brother or sister, and it's important that you say that because people are already starting to probably send out notification to protect yourself, pay this money. I want you to echo those sentiments once again, Deanna, for the would-be or wannabe hackers or scammers that is trying to take advantage of our community. Echo those sentiments again. What should people do and not do at this point in time?
Right now, the only thing you need to be doing is collecting your documents to make sure that you can prove that you have been in the United States for 10 years. If God forbid you've had like a criminal conviction, run get those records as well. Anything in your past that you think might be of concern, because what I want you to do after that is to consult with an immigration law attorney, whether it's myself or one of my colleagues, or you can consult with a consultant, legal consultant, to see how would this benefit you. You should not be paying anybody to file any paperwork for you yet under this executive order. No one. You should not be paying. The big thing that this forgives are those individuals, Jay, with what we call a bad entry. Everything else about immigration law remains the same. If you have a drug
Right.
possession, if you have some kind of criminal conviction, we still gonna have a little bit of problem. What this is correcting is those individuals with those bad entries, and now you get a little work authorization. Now you can stay in the country. You don't have to run anymore and hide. And think about what the benefits for your children as well. Some of those children that you brought in, they can get a little bit of coverage under this act as well.
Absolutely.
executive.
Now, has this been something that have been pushed or have been, pushed to the administration to make those changes, or you believe that that was something that was just a determination that was made by the Biden administration? Was that lobbied by lawyers like yourself and others?
I would think it's a little bit of both, right? We have on one hand a broken immigration system, right? So it's not
Yes.
hard that every administration that comes in promises the immigration community something different, right? Whether it's
Right.
President Trump, whether it's President Obama, whether it's President Biden, everybody promises us something. Biden is coming up on an election year, and they made promises. When we went out to vote, promises were made to us as immigrants. So I think a part of it is, on one hand, he's saying, I'm tough on immigration, because remember, a couple weeks ago, he closed down the border. So he's saying, I'm tough
Right.
on immigration. And now he has to give us a little bit and say, you know what? I'm giving you a little bone. I'm giving you a little bone. So for those people that are married to US citizens, married to US, can you imagine married to somebody for 10 years and you can't even take a vacation to Grenada
Crazy.
because you're afraid?
Crazy.
So this will change things for a lot of people, Jay, especially those with the bad entries.
Bad entries, absolutely. Someone says they want this lawyer to represent them. How could someone contact you? You give the
Yes.
best advice. You are the number one, without any doubt, endorsed by Ridealong for umpteen years. How could
Umpteen.
someone get in touch with you? so that
Umpteen.
it change?
Umpteen years.
Umpteen.
www.winterlaw.com. www.winterlaw.com. Please, please, please book your chat with us. 813-815-3529. 813-815-3529.
And put that number up on the fridge. Now, the question that someone here is asking, KD, does this executive order also applicable to residents who are simply living and working as illegal immigrants and have been in the U.S. for 10 plus years?
So, yes, so specifically, this executive order is addressing the more than 500,000 spouses of United States citizens that are not eligible for a green card inside of the United States because of their bad entry. So this is a
Right.
very specific order, parole in place. They're saying, look, your entry was bad, but we're going to forgive you. We're going to forgive you so you can get a work authorization. We're going to forgive that. So this is not, it's not a sweeping immigration bill, Jay.
Right.
It's not this big old bill that's going to protect all of us. And just like DACA helped certain children. So this
Right.
executive order is very specific.
Specifically, again, guys, I wanna echo the sentiments, eh? And sometimes you guys don't take us serious, but this is serious matter. We're serious about immigration. If you want to adjust your status, whether in this particular case right here, or in the case where you are married, or even if you are thinking about getting a visa to come to the United States, we encourage you to contact Winter Law right there, right? Contact, make that call, because they did it for me, they did it for millions of others, and they could do it for you. So whether this fits into your criteria, that fits your situation, or you may have a different situation, you could contact and rest assured that you're going to get the best service from Deanna Winter Pfunde and her team. Again, you could call You could go online, you could book your session, and get it done right now. They want the number again. This time we had to say it slowly. Let me put it down.
Yeah.
Let me put it down inside
And
as
so
well.
it's Winter, W-Y, Terry, W-Y-N-T-E-R.
WY.
W.
Yeah.
And then you can reach out
Yes.
to us 813
813
815
815
3529.
813. Guys, write this down. Put it on your fridge. 813 815 3529.
3529.
Right there. We're gonna post that number, guys. Write it. Every Monday morning, somebody calling me and asking me for your number. I want them to take this number
I
down.
know my
Write
Ridealong family, Ridealong.
Yes, that's it right there, guys. Take that information and stick it up on your fridge. Now, this does not, however, change the if you are already going through the process of obtaining a green card through marriage or anything like that, right? We want to make that clear, correct?
It doesn't change a lot. What it changes is if you're married to someone, you can't get your green card in the country, and you're like, now I have to go home. Now I have to wait to
Right.
get a waiver, and then I got to go home to Grenada, and then I have to come back.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, I can't get a work authorization. That's what it changed. That's what changes for a lot of people. And now they're getting protection from deportation. So that's what it changes.
Absolutely. Again, 718-701-5720, guys. This is excellent news. This is great news. And we have a hard stop, So we want to get that information in quickly, get it in now. Get all your questions in because, listen, after the program finish, I don't need nobody calling me, texting me, and ask me, what, I have a question, what you want to ask a question to the lawyer. This is your opportunity, and we give you an hour to do so. All right? The number you could call right now, the number is on the screen, 718-701-5720. You don't have that opportunity every day, and you don't have it on every platform because we are the only platform who is very, very focused like this since how much donkey years now, preaching immigration and helping people with
Yes.
immigration, like helping people before, and we want to help you. Diane, let's talk about deportation. Are you seeing an accelerated amount of deportation in the past couple of weeks? I heard someone said that something was kind
Yes.
of going on. What have you been
Yes,
seeing?
I think ICE has a flu. I think immigration gets, yes, there has been a lot of either turning around people at the border or a lot of aggressive deportation efforts. Like our firm, we handle we have one office that focuses only on deportation. And so there has been even ICE has gotten a little bit aggressive where people go to check in, right, Jay? So for some people who come across the border, ICE says, look, come and check in every now and again. Let's make sure you're doing the right thing. Now they're detaining folks. They're holding folks. I had clients that they stop the bus that people were on and take them off the bus, ask for paperwork, and then they're in detention. Even at the border, like a lot of Caribbean folks now are going to the Mexico-US border. They're getting detained and turned around. They're getting turned around. So they're getting a little, like I said, maybe 3-4 weeks ago, President Biden, as much as he gave us this little bone junior, a couple or so weeks ago, he tightened it. He says we're only allowing 1,500 persons per day into the United States from the border. Remember, in the last September, we had 100 and something thousand people coming in on a given day.
Yes.
He's saying only 1,500 per day. So there has been some tightening. There has been more people being placed in deportation proceedings and being sent back to their home country.
Yeah. Val John wants to know, can any family member help you? Like, I guess, like to get a green card? Like a sister or a brother, can they file for you?
So yes, so here's the family members that can file for people: parent, spouse, child over 21. Parent, spouse, child over 21. And then we have what we call family preference categories: brothers and sisters. Right? So aunt cannot file for a niece, uncle cannot file for a nephew, grandma can't file for a grandchild unless they've been adopted. So parent, spouse, child, brothers and sisters.
Okay, and that's it. Okay, Talman has a question. I don't know if it's a fun question, but it might be serious. Do you get a green card or a visa for a person who is doing YouTube?
You know
I'm
what?
thinking probably work.
I am loving this new era of social media, folks. We have been super creative with some of these O's, with some of these EBs. Absolutely, you can, because if you have what we call, Junior, extraordinary ability in the arts, YouTube is an art.
Right.
I tried building a YouTube channel and I failed at it. And you have people that have done really well by building their brand. And so I would say, yes, if you have what we call extraordinary ability in the arts, you have 3
Right.
million, 4 million, 5 million people following you on YouTube, I would say absolutely. Because remember, in employment based immigration, we can look for your extraordinary abilities. And there's visas, there's green cards for that. So, like for example, you, Jay, if you were living in Grenada, I would put you into like a media, say you're an extraordinary media personality, and it's in the interest of the United States to bring you here so you can spread culture throughout the Caribbean and the United States. So I can position someone. Yes, I can position someone, a YouTube personality, depending on their accomplishments on YouTube. You can't be like me that have 115 followers. There's nothing extraordinary about that. But I could really, we could be creative and do something.
Oh, yeah. Extra,
Yeah.
extra abilities.
Extraordinary ability in the
Jackie,
arts.
extraordinary abilities in the arts. Jackie
Yeah,
Chaitan
why
said even
not?
someone that came from Canada and living here for 10 years, even folks
If
from
you're
Canada as
married to
well.
a US, yeah, if you're married to a US citizen, that's what the order says. You've been married for 10 years, but you have a bad entry. The entry is bad.
Right. All right, all right. Let me tell you guys. Breaking
All
news,
right.
breaking news, guys. This is some serious stuff. But we wanna kind of calm your curiosity just a little bit, fellas and ladies and gentlemen. This is not the opportunity or the time to start forking out money to people that call you on the phone and tell you in order to take advantage of this new President Biden executive order that you have to pay X amount of money. You probably did already get those calls. This is not what it is. At this point in time, you need to start collecting your documents and get ready, right? Dione Winter Pfunde is the first number you call as soon as everything starts to go in place. She's the one that can hook you up. Nobody else, I'm telling you. If you want to get, I don't want you guys to call me and tell me you got into problems. And no, I'm sending you where to go. And if you take my advice, you won't have no problems. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Pfunde, you hearing me?
Go
No.
ahead, Jay. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, no. I was just telling them that they need to contact you as soon as, and this is not a time to start forking out money and giving it to people that may call their phone, telling them that they could take advantage of this opportunity. I just wanted to
Absolutely.
echo those. Again, 718-701-5720. What about a person? We have another question here. What about a person? Guys, I gotta go close to the screen because I have a smaller monitor, right? Much smaller monitor because my other computer broke. What about the person that doesn't have spouse but living in the United States?
The same rules would apply that normally applies, right? So this law does not address you if you're not married to a US citizen. So if you're not married to a US citizen, this will not help you. It won't hurt you,
Right.
but it won't help you. So if you're just living in the United States unmarried, this executive order would not apply to you. However, the regular US immigration laws would apply to you. Parent, spouse, child can file for you, right? But if you don't have a spouse, this does not apply to you, unfortunately.
All right. And again, guys,
sorry.
listen carefully. But there are still ways to take advantage of other options that would
Yeah.
apply to them.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Okay. 718 again, guys. 718-701-5720. Val is asking, can children help parents? I guess can children
Yes.
file for parents? What are the conditions and how
Children-
is it?
Yeah. Children can help parents. They must be US citizens and over 21 years of age. Who can file for you? A child can file for a parent. They must be United States citizens and over 21 years of age. So yes, to answer your question, Val, a child can file for a parent. They must be 21 and must be a United States citizen. They cannot be a green card holder. They cannot be under 21 years of age. And we're talking about biological children, other children, stepchildren, or if you were adopted.
All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Again, guys, we're giving you the information. The purpose of this program here today, I spoke to Deanna yesterday, and she thought it was very, very important that she get this information out there. She canceled plans, we canceled plans, and we say today we have to do it because we want this information to get out, circulating to our community. Hence the reason why we're here. But keep in mind, guys, Deanna Winter Pfunde is very busy, and she gave us a hard stop time, and we want to honor that. Deanna, anything else you would like to add before we wrap up this very important segment?
So here's what I want to say, Jay. I don't want us to get caught up on this new executive order and not pursue our immigration plans, right? So if you have
Right.
any kind of, if you're here undocumented, if you're here and you have a green card and your kids are back home, continue your immigration journey. Don't put off all the plans and not do anything, right? Still petition for that child, still petition for the spouse. In addition, if you know you're here and this applies to you, start collecting the documents. If you've ever been arrested, get those documents. Make sure you can show that physically, because remember, you don't have any entry. Make sure you can show that you've been living in the United States for the last 10 years. So I would encourage everyone, if you think
Right.
this might apply to you, start collecting those documents. You don't have to pay anyone to do anything yet, but just start showing that, you know what? I filed taxes the last 10 years, right? I know I took this little course. Let me go over there and collect some evidence. I know I had a driver's license from this state that allows driver's license for undocumented. Let me get every single year to show that I've been living in the United States for 10 years. So I think that's
Absolutely.
important.
Absolutely.
That's super important. Super important to do. Don't start writing your checks to anyone yet. Just keep listening to the news. Listen, follow that executive order. If you're not following myself or Ridealong, follow us because we're going to be talking about this as we go along.
Absolutely, absolutely. And again, the website is Winter, WYNTER law. That's winterlaw.com. That's the website. That's winterlaw.com. Write it out, WYNTER law.com. And that was an update and information on President Biden taking executive order to protect undocumented spouse of American citizens. It's an important initiative, and we wish
Yes.
everyone all the best if they take advantage of this opportunity. Deanna, I got to thank you so much for making the time, taking the time to jam with us here.
Thank you, Jay. Thank you
Thank
so much.
you so much.
All right.
Thank you. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Yeah. Guys, this is what I talk about when I say that caring citizens in the community. Now, Deanna didn't have to come on here today, and if any one of you guys called Deanna before, you would know that her consultation fee is very high. But she thought it was necessary and important to come and chat on the platform here today to update everyone on this very, very important initiative. Again, guys, let me read out the press release that the President of the United States, President Biden, has now signed an executive order to protect undocumented spouse of American citizens. Now, before, you would know that if you were married to a U.S. citizen and you had a bad entry, what you had to do, you had to go back home, and you had to do that because you probably came to Canada or you came in on an invalid or a different passport or whatever the case might be. But this would now protect you, right? This particular executive order will protect you thanks to the President of the United States. We got a call on the line. Caller live, where are you calling us from?
Hi, Julie. I'm calling from.
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm good. I want to ask a question, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, say somebody come from Canada, right?
Right.
They cross the border, they're not documented, they're living in America over 10 years.
Yes.
Can their daughter or their sister for them still?
Well, this one in particular is if you're married to a U.S. citizen. So this will help you if you're married to a U.S. citizen and you've been here for 10 years plus, right? And you had a bad
Okay, so,
entry into the United States. So say for instance, you came into the United States from Canada, and you jump on a bus and you had bad passport or whatever, but you got through, you got into the United States, and now you want to adjust your status. You got married, but normally they would say, well, you don't have this, you don't have this, you got to get a waiver, you got to go back to wherever, and then re-enter, right? But with this now, this would protect you. This would protect you, and lead you on a pathway towards getting a green card and protect you against deportation as well. But if you're talking about your daughter and your sister and family member filing for you, I believe, again, I'm not the lawyer, Diane Pfunde was just here, that has nothing to do with if a family member or a spouse filed for you. This is particularly to do with a spouse filing for another spouse in terms of obtaining a green card. I hope I was able to represent the information accurately.
So it's not pertaining to okay, let's say sister crossed the border and she's in America undocumented because she crossed the border.
Right.
I not file for her.
Right.
That what you're telling me?
No, what they would have to be, she would have to get, if she got married, right? If she lived in the United States for over 10 years plus, and she somehow met someone, got married, and now filed, this would protect her in that situation. I believe what Deanna Winter was saying that is that it's specific to spouse. It's specific to that.
Okay.
Right?
To that. So like I can like do it for my sister or my like a daughter doing it for her mother who is documented in America who crossed the border.
No, you could still do it. You could still do it. But I'm not sure if that protection would suffice that situation. But you could still file, a daughter could file for the mother. That doesn't take away the opportunity or the right for you to do so. On the same stance, it wouldn't hurt you, nor would it help you. It just you don't fit into that category. All right.
Okay, so what you're trying to tell me, like I don't really get the answer properly because let's say I crossed the border, right, from Canada.
Right.
I'm in America over 10 years. Okay, Mr. Biden passed that you're not supposed to get a waiver. Whatever Mr. Biden is that only for married in American citizen, or your daughter can help you, or your sister help you?
No, married to a U.S. citizen. Married.
So that is only for who married to a citizen of America?
Yes, that's the information that
it's not for.
Right. It's not for anything else. It's specific to marriage, as far as the information that I obtained from Diane Winter Pfunde. All right?
Yeah. I'd like for she to answer that because,
Yeah.
I just want to know.
Okay.
So even if I fight for my sister, she coming from the border and she's not documented. Is there a way that she will get through with the papers?
Well, I'll direct that question to Diane Winter Pfunde because again, I don't want to provide invalid information to you.
Yes.
She's the lawyer.
Yes.
So I'll direct that question to her and then I'll pass it on to you. All right?
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Bye. You're welcome.
Yeah. Again, guys, we are here and we'll continue to update everyone on this executive order because we do believe that it will benefit over 500,000 of our people in our community, folks who had bad entry and had to be given a waiver or had to go back to or having to go back to the country. Now they've been protected and also protected not only from that, but also from deportation. And that is a big deal, guys. But we're going to continue to update everyone. We're going to try, guys. And listen this. I want you guys to take this thing seriously, right? A lot of people, they like the commerce and they like the melee and they like the mawet. But when we have important information, guys, please make it your duty to pay attention, ask relevant questions, and call in when the lawyer is present so that she could give you that information, right? Oftentimes, we put these programs on to help the community, and people don't take advantage of it. And then I get a message tomorrow or the day after, and they're asking me the question. I'm saying, well, we just had the lawyer back yesterday, and they watched the program, and they didn't call. They didn't take advantage of the opportunity. But when the opportunity is not available, that's when they want to take advantage of it. So, guys, we're asking and urging and begging you guys to take advantage of the opportunity. Whenever we have this type of programs, please share it, call, and ask your questions. All right? That's why we do it, to help you, the community. Guys, say thank you to everyone. We got to thank everyone for tuning in today. Thank everyone for being a part of our program. We're still here in the beautiful island of Spice, Grenada. We're going to be back up sometime next week, back in New York to our studio location here. We got so many stories, so many things to do, but we are very limited in terms of our, broadcast and option to broadcast here at our makeshift studio here. Thanks to my good friend Roland Walker and his family facilitating us for this past couple of days. We will continue to do so and bring the information out. Even if we have to sit in a little 2x4, we go do it just so that you could get in the information. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate you. Thanks to all of our sponsors and everyone who make Ride Along the #1 program on social media. Thank you guys. We'll catch you guys again tomorrow. Peace out and good night.
Time etched its story upon the cosmos. There existed a realm where legends were born. A universe bathed in the shimmering light of infinite possibilities, where each twinkling star whispered tales of heroes and their odysseys. Welcome to a journey where galaxies collide and destinies are forged in the crucible of time itself. Welcome to Legends by Amazing Colors Monday Night Mass. Legends by Amazing Colors Monday Night Mass. Assemble and use your powers to defend and break free.
Excursion and Tours weekly e-bike rides. Gather your family and friends for an unforgettable ride through stunning landscapes. Book your adventure today at ridersabike.com or call 473-422-1011. Don't miss out. Let's ride.
Again, guys, we want to thank you for tuning in. I want to also big up the GTA, Grenada Tourism Authority. We will be telling you guys more about this great initiative called the Carnival Cool Down Campaign launch. Right. The idea is, Carnival in Grenada is a hype. Grenada Carnival is the hypest thing in the Caribbean, right? But right after Carnival, the best place to be, the space to be, the place to be is in Carriacou. So this great cool down campaign is to drive traffic to Carriacou right after Carnival. So when you're booking and you're coming down to Grenada, I want you to book enough time to go to Carriacou on the cool down. It is amazing. Everything moving from here and cooling down in Carriacou. Imagine on Paradise Beach, guys. And of course, Ride is going to be there so you could get your e-bikes to ride around Carriacou, Petit Martinique, you name it. Make sure you make a reservation to be a part of the Carriacou Cool Down. Right after Grenada Carnival, we go in straight away, Carriacou. Yeah, man, Carriacou Cool Down. Massive, big, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Hey, big up and thanks to the GTA for such a great initiative. Now let's talk about the NLA. Yeah, the NLA, National Lotteries Authority, supporting sports culture and nation building.
What if you had a choice? A choice of joining a line or a choice of making your purchases online? What would you choose? While you ponder on that, the National Lotteries Authority has provided another purchasing option. All their games are now available online. Yes, Grenadians! From wherever you are, purchase your favorite daily and jackpot type games using any electronic device. Register on the NLA's website at www.nla.gd. Top up your account and enjoy online lottery gaming at your convenience. We're taking shopping comfort up, up, up several notches. But the choice is yours. Join a line or buy online. NLA, make your dreams come true.
I want you folks to play these 3 games from the NLA. Daily pick 3 cash flow and play with. You will be supporting sports and culture, nation building and our future. So go out and play, folks, make it a must. You will see what the National Lottery is doing for us. When you play pick 3 cash flow and play with, the NLA will support you all the way.
Starting September 30th, Monday to Friday, these 3 games will be drawn mid-morning, 9:45 a.m., midday, 12:45 p.m., and evenings, 7:45 p.m. The National Lotteries, supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
Sunday money.